Welcome back to another video. We are a couple days away from the first weekend of the National D license. Let's roll the intro. So, like I said in the beginning, we are a couple days away from the first weekend of the National D license. I'm super pumped because I get to go learn more about coaching, man. Like, I don't really know how to describe it. I'm just really excited because it's coming. I've been waiting a long time for it. I missed a few opportunities back in the fall. I was really bummed. So as soon as they announced that this was the first weekend, I jumped onto it. I signed up as quickly as they could say go. But with that said, I wanted to show how I prep for the D license. And I just wrote down a few things. In reality, there's not a lot you can do because the material is kind of just explained it in greater depth. They did provide you with a packet, which I'll have a pop-up on the screen. So along with just reading the packet, obviously, and preparing about what they're looking for, I'm also kind of doing some stuff on my own, reviewing like the 6 tasks of a coach, of what the Federation deems the six tasks of a coach. My grassroots notes, because just kind of to refresh myself about the methodology that they go over, because I may not necessarily agree with it 100%, but it's better to be on the safe side and see how they teach than to try to just implement my own right now. There is one thing that they did provide, and it's kind of something you're supposed to do before the first day, which is kind of a coach's wheel. And the coach's wheel kind of walks you through those 6 tasks and gives you a short description, and then you have to rate yourself how you did, and I'll have a little pop-up right here where you're supposed to do it before, during, and after your D license course to see how you've grown and how you've progressed and if you've gotten more comfortable with all of those 6. The thing that I'm doing personally is kind of mentally preparing myself for the long weekend. So it starts Friday, it goes all day Saturday, and it goes all day Sunday. Saturday starts, they're still toying with the times, but on the website it goes from 12 p.m. noon until 8 p.m. Saturday is from 8 until 8, and then Sunday is from 8 until about 6. Those times could change, but that's just what they provided on the website, so I'm gonna go with that as kind of the course outline and structure for the weekend. In addition, they told us that we would be playing a little bit. Assumption for that is that they didn't get enough kids and players to actually facilitate the on-field portion. So as coaches, we will be doing that, and then they're gonna be coaching us. I'm okay with that. That's totally fine. I do that on a daily basis. I kind of hop in every now and then, so I'm not entirely out of shape, but mentally preparing myself is a good thing, and I wanted to share just a few little bullet points that I wrote down about what I'm doing to do that. For mentally preparing myself, I am going with the mindset that obviously I'm a new coach, my experience is next to none, and I have to go in there with an open mindset and be a sponge and just learn from all the coaches that are participating, all the instructors that are there, never assuming that I know better than the next person who's sitting next to me or the instructor, or, you know, even if I disagree with if I disagree with anything that they say, having the mindset to write it down and be open to the idea that maybe I'm wrong and maybe they're right, or maybe that we're both right and we just need to figure out a way to combine them together, and then we have a bigger philosophy or a bigger methodology or a different way of doing that. Having a mindset and an open mindset is crucial for me because at my early age and career, it's important to learn as much as I can, because going forward it's going to be more challenging and I'll be out of my comfort zone, which is another point. Humility, that's a huge thing. Preparing myself, and I'm preparing to put my ego aside, because I don't want that to come up and be like, oh, you know, oh, I coach at a university, oh, I coach club, oh, you know, I'm better than you coaches. No, like that was just luck and connection, and it was just an opportunity that I was given that I've taken. That doesn't make me a better coach than you, that doesn't make me a better coach than the instructor, you know, that doesn't mean I'm getting more opportunities or I'm doing better things than you. So I think being humble and having humility, that's something that I'm preparing myself for. Go in there with an open mindset and to just absorb anything that I can absorb and take it back home and apply it in my own coaching. My goals for this D license. So these 4 goals is kind of what I've jotted down real quick, just because I I thought about them, and I think this is the mindset that I want to have going in there. So the first one, obviously, learn as much as possible. That's the point of going to a course. Course is to be a student. So I need to get back in the student mindset, take notes, read, prepare. So when I get there, so I'm not a lost puppy and I can interact and I'm engaged. That is the first one. Learn as much as possible. The second one is network with new coaches. I mentioned in the previous video, connections, because that's honestly how you get the best opportunities, networking. So for me, networking with all 17 other coaches or however many may be there, it's important because I never know when those coaches are going to come back into my life and back into my coaching career, and I may get another opportunity to work with them. You know, boom, I have another job or I have another opportunity to learn much or work in another organization or a team. Networking and building relationships and building bridges is the second most important thing that I'm doing at this national course license. The third one is being proactive and confident with my own coaching abilities. However, I think I am, as a coach, demonstrating that if I get the opportunity, being confident in my own abilities and what I've gone through the past year and how I coach. Kind of like what I mentioned in the tryout, the ID camp video, not changing how I coach in order to fit a certain stereotype, and not changing that because another coach does it or that's how the instructor does it. Really just being who I am, making sure that really comes out and the other coaches and the instructors can see what I'm like as a coach. Fourth and final one for this my upcoming National D license is to step out of my comfort zone. That is something that's really important if you're trying to go to a higher level. You really have to put yourself out of your comfort zone. You really have to put yourself out of your comfort zone in order to really grow as a coach. Because if you keep doing the same thing, something that feels comfortable, you're never really going to challenge yourself to see if you can actually do it. So my goal during my whole National D license, from first weekend during the 6 to 8 week developmental period to the final weekend, is to really push myself to try new things and be more proactive and be more engaged throughout the license and all the discussions and conversations and with other coaches, really being confident in my own abilities, which would allow me to be more proactive. So that's my ultimate goal, is to be able to put myself outside of my comfort zone in order to be challenged. That's the last goal that I have for the D license. So what's next? I will have a 3-part series where I'm going to be recording and talking about the first weekend, what I will be doing during the 6 to 8 week developmental period, second course meeting, and which is the third part, which would be the final assessment. I'm not sure if they will allow me to record. If they will, then I will record a little bit of it. I'll definitely take pictures and show you guys, but I'll mostly be taking notes and talking about everything that happened, my thoughts, my opinions, what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, and my expectations. So that's going to be the just kind of 3 videos that you should be on the lookout for. And with that said, I can't tell you guys how excited I am to be doing my National D license, because I think that's the stepping stone to getting started. And if you have the opportunity to do it, I would highly suggest doing it. If it's costly, look to see if your club can reimburse you somehow or your team can reimburse you. Because it's definitely something that I think every coach should, to get started, especially if you're passionate about it and you really need that, I would highly recommend it. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as all other YouTubers say on the platform, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and bing, turn on post notifications. And I will see you guys next time.